Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Now the roof, 58. Come on. Look at it. Tackle. Hey, watch it.
On first down, Dobbins call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
He's coming. We got double.
On second down, Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Jackson now, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on second and 10. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch out.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a third and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's got Miller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. This is caught. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drop.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. As they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
58. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 50.
On second and a yard, Jackson got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
58, 58, Mike. Over. Just like that. Just like that. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. And 58.
Now Jackson on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Jackson will throw again. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The end result, 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
7-7, our score after one.
Check four. Go. Watch the twist. Pick the edge. West. Pick the edge. Go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 1.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd and 9, Jackson buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Robert Quinn in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Set, ready. 15 on it. Come on. Undercrush.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
We play to win. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run it with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creep.
Running right, Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield now from the 50. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
58, Mike. Get your swerve on. Hey, check 20.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Andy Isabella, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
King. 57's the mic.
From the 29, Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 shots. 58 Mike. That's what I do. Kill.
Here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Run. 56. Hey, Charlie. Right there, 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jones, his second touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go! Let's go!
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
58 for Mike. Oh, watch one. Crunch.
Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Check 26, check 26. Back.
Now a give right side. Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Mayfield. Caught by Jones. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check pass. Jim. He's coming.
From the 31, Jackson flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Foster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
58 for Mike. What we got? And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Come on, D. 58, 58, come on. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On first down, Dobbins. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 31, check 31. Shift. Out.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Alert 3. Hey, watch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to find Isabella. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Check out. Lucky. Kill.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a